Joining me now is Grant Harrold, former Royal Butler. Grant, thank you very, very much. Now, I understand that you knew a young Prince Harry and you no doubt are quite close to him. This must bring a tear to your eye to see him shamelessly lying to the British public in a way that he's doing to... Is he not just simping up to a woman who might just leave him one day anyway?
Do you know, it's tricky, Patrick. Thanks for having you on the show. As you mentioned, you know, when you watch it, it is difficult because I kind of feel drawn in the middle with this because obviously I love our royal family. I was proud to work for them. I knew Harry really well. I didn't know Meghan. And it's just, I've been obviously following what they've been saying over the past couple of years. And I think what's different for me, Patrick, is there's things that they say and part of me can believe some of the things they say, and other parts, of course, just don't make sense.
What don't you believe, Grant? What bits do you find hard to get your head around?
Just little things that I've heard them say, you know, thinking back to when they kind of sat down and did that kind of interview and talked about, you know, how, from my point of view, you know, when they were saying about how they've got these schedules and how, you know, trying to get in touch with his father and these kind of things. And I remember when I worked for the family, as I'm sure you're aware, the schedules are pretty full on, and it's not the easiest thing to get in touch with them. So, you know, there's little things like that they were saying, and I thought, okay, I can understand that. But as you've said, there's other bits that they've said that just don't add up. I've been made aware today that in the trailer there's always a photograph that's been used. Correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick, but it's a sea of photographers, and I think it's from the Harry Potter. Yeah, so it's not from that, and that's difficult for me because then I'm trying to say all those bits. I think, you know, where he's obviously just kind of trying to stand up, but then something like that happens, and it's a bit awkward because you do wonder why would they put something like that in there? Why? Because it's obviously that is false.
Yeah, no, indeed. Now, look, was Prince Harry always quite an impressionable, vulnerable, and not particularly mentally astute chap? Do you think he's easily led?
No, this is what's so confusing because the Prince Harry that I knew was quite he was quite I say sensible. I mean, he was a teenager, early 20s, and like any other kid his age, he was just like that. But he wasn't easily. You couldn't have kind of said something. You know, he had his own mind, his own opinion, how he wanted to do things.
Yeah.
And see, the other thing is, he did got on really well with his family. You know, he got on really well with his father and got on really well with his late grandmother. So that's one of the examples when he said he didn't have that relationship. He did have a close relationship. So I don't understand those little bits.
Grant, thank you very, very much. No doubt this will not be the last time I talk to you about this. I really do appreciate you making the time for us. You are a favourite of mine here on GBNews. Grant Harrold there, the former Royal Butler. Look, I'll just say this very quickly before we